family. What's good with you? It's your boy 2A-N-LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes, it's just my personal opinion. Don't take it as fact. Don't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I should go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Come on in. Join the congregation by smashing that subscribe button and requesting all post notifications. All right, and if you are an existing supporter of the channel, fam, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. You are the reason this channel is anything. All right, look, fam, this one has been in the works for a very, very long time. The thought hit me early on, as soon as the Prodigy started to be released. So let's deal with the elephant in the room. Look, Staccatos in the 2011 space are the bullies on the block. They are not, by any stretch of the imagination, the best 2011s out there, but they are the most well-known. Their price point is such where it's aspirational for most, but still reachable for many. And so it's the one that gets the most discussion. They are the most highly produced 2011s out there as well. And so for a lot of people, to have a Staccato was it. That's that was the top of the mountain for most people, for certainly a lot of people, right? When the Prodigy dropped, and they were, you know, anywhere between $700 to $1,000 cheaper than a Staccato, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, oh man, we have hit the jackpot with the Prodigy. We have an opportunity to say we have a 2011 at a sub $2,000 price point, and it's a solid firearm, right? Now look, the issues with the Prodigies are well documented. I'm not going to go into all of that. That happens sometimes when you have brand new guns and they're being mass produced and they come to market. This is one of the, but to me, this is one of the issues with Prodigy versus Staccato. A lot of people, when the Prodigy dropped, were trying to make the argument that they are just as good as a Staccato. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Springfield nor any Prodigy owners. They're just not. They're just not. They are a mass production gun made with MIM parts. If you take a Staccato, which is a custom fit firearm for the most part, you look at the fit and finish, you look at the quality, there's a difference in the quality. That's no shot at Springfield or the Prodigy. That's why it's $700 to $1,000 cheaper, right? That's why they were able to make it. To make the gun more affordable, they had to make some concessions. It is still a quality firearm. Now, where a lot of people were getting, and it shoots, it's a good quality firearm that shoots well. And I think a good value buy. Just not as good in terms of quality and fit and finish as a Staccato, nor do I think it's going to kind of endure as good as a Staccato will, because it has a better fit and finish and a better and better internals, etc. Right? So I knew right off, once I had a chance to actually take a closer look at the Prodigies at SHOT Show and shoot them, I knew that the Prodigy was not as good as the Staccato, but an idea popped in my mind. Could I make a Prodigy that would be as good or better than a Staccato? And then, and that kind of stayed with me, right? Then I thought to myself, I've got Staccatos. I have the Staccato C2, I have the Staccato P, and I have the Staccato XC. And so then I got to thinking, well, and my C2 and my P are upgraded. So since we're talking about them, I might as well let you take a look at them, fam. Look, It's your boys Staccato C2 reimagined by Vulcan Machine Works. Now, the gun is drop dead gorgeous. Really, Vulcan for the most part just did the Cerakote work and they ported it with that Genghis comp. Okay? So, other than that, this is a stock C2. But the porting is a big deal, you guys. Look, I'm not saying every gun should be ported or intricately comped. I'm not saying that, but when you have it and it's done right, it makes a dramatic difference in your shooting experience, okay? It makes the gun shoot a lot softer. It makes it shoot a lot flatter. It allows you to shoot a lot faster. So there's a significant difference between this C2 and a Staccato C2 out of the box because of the porting. Obviously, aesthetically, it's far more beautiful, but the porting is the mechanics part of the gun that makes a significant difference, right? Then we've got this bad boy right here. This is your boys Staccato P reimagined by Vulcan Machine Works. Once again, y'all, this is primarily a Cerakote job. They stippled the grip, so it's significantly better feeling than my C2 grip, which is just stock and Cerakoted. The stippling on this grip makes a significant difference in how the gun feels, and also you have Vulcan Machine Works inline porting at the top of it. Again, I can't stress enough that when you port a gun, if it's done correctly, there is little to no difference in accuracy, and it is the shooting experience is really night and day, right? Much softer shooting, much flatter shooting, allows you to shoot much faster and accurate, okay? So, but everything else, stock, okay? So, not a lot done to the Staccatos other than the porting, right? So, like I said, I picked up my 4 1/4, and before we jump into it, let me show you what my 4 1/4 look like. So look, the Prodigy is a good looking gun. I'm not disputing that point at all. I just think that the fit and finish is not quite at the level of a Staccato, and certainly the internals are not at the level of a Staccato, but still a very fine shooting firearm. So what I wanted to do is see if I could take that 4 1/4 and make it special. Make it as good, if not better, as the Staccato, the C2, or the P out of the box. Maybe even better than my Staccatos, which have been upgraded with the porting systems from Vulcan Machine Works and Monsoon Tactical. So I didn't want to go back to one of those guys for this. Instead, I went to our good friend Dave at DSC Gunworks, and we came up with this bad boy right here, fam. Take it in, fam. We're going to get into it in some detail today, but fam, just take it in. Aesthetically, it is every bit as attractive, if not more attractive, than my P and my C2. And needless to say, it is killing any Staccato out of the box in terms of aesthetics, right? All right, let's get into what was done to this firearm. So I thought one of the real shortcomings of the Prodigy out of the box was the grip module. It was an okay grip module. It was cool. It was kind of like that sandpaper kind of finish, and it was fine. But it didn't feel anywhere, it didn't come off from a quality perspective as good as the Staccato's grip module, particularly the one on my P, which has been stippled. And so that was one of the things I felt like was kind of lacking. But I would say this, that when I compare my Staccatos to some of my other higher end 2011s, I feel like the Staccato grip modules have a little bit to be desired too. And so we addressed that right away with this Masterpiece Arms grip module and that Masterpiece Arms magwell, fam. This grip module feels so good. The heads, I would not tell a lie to you. It feels incredible. It looks incredible. It is a significant increase over what the Prodigy had on, and in my opinion, a significant increase over the C2 and the P out of the box, including the upgraded ones that I have, of which the P has been stippled. Just better. Just better. Okay? Now, let's talk about triggers. All these guns have really good triggers. The Prodigy trigger out of the box is a solid, good feeling trigger. Not as good as the Staccatos out of the box, but solid nonetheless. This old dirt trigger right here is crazy. Look, let me just let you check it out, fam. Look. Little to no take up, clear defined wall, crisp clean break. Look at the reset. Woo, baby, yeah. This is a difference maker. So look, now all of a sudden our grip is better than the original Prodigy, as well as the Staccatos, even the upgraded Staccato. Our trigger is now better than the original Prodigy, as well as the trigger in the Staccatos. Now, one of the things that the C2 out of the box and the P out of the box don't have, that my upgraded Staccatos have, is the porting. And again, the porting dramatically changes the shooting experience. Softer, flatter, faster. Well, what do? Dave at TSC Gunworks goes ahead and does the dual inline 4 ports on both sides of the barrel. He tri-tops the barrel. Okay, so now we have something that, again, is significantly better than the Prodigy out of the box. The C2 and the P out of the box don't have porting. They aren't integrally compensated. So, wow. Wow. So now, better trigger than the C2 and P out of the box. Better grip than the C2 and P out of the box. And it's ported. Wow. Okay. Okay, now, as much as we've done kind of externally to this gun to make it special, we did not stop there. We went in and put in a toolless guide rod. We went in and changed out and basically dememmed the gun and replaced all the internals with EGW top of the line internals. So now you've got top of the line internals that were custom fitted by a really good gunsmith, an upgraded grip, and a ported barrel, an upgraded trigger. Fam. Look, at this point, this is not even the same gun that came from Springfield, right? Not even the same gun. It is superior in most ways to a Staccato out of the box. Internals are comparable, but better trigger, better grip module, imported. And so, and obviously aesthetically, crazy, right? Crazy, right? Okay, so look, it's beating the Staccato P and the Staccato C2, the Staccato C and CS, beating all those out of the box. And so, and for y'all, before y'all Staccato fanboys start jumping on me, I'm one of y'all. So back up off me. I just told you I got a C2, a P, and an XC. And so, look, it's beating all of those guns, with the exception, I'll just cut to the chase on this, it's not an XC. The XC is what I call that threshold where guns start to be really, really, really special. You start getting to a Staccato XC, Thetis Trinity H-Tac, Atlas gun. Okay, now all of a sudden, you're in a different stratosphere. Okay? But look, for your Staccato CSC, C2P, yeah, this gun is just better, y'all. It is better. When I look at my P I mean, it's great. The internals are comparable, but the grip is better here. The trigger is better here, and both are ported, so both shoot really soft. Now, this is a phenomenal gun, don't get me wrong, but better. Okay, now, we got to talk about value, right? Value too, right? So look, again, aesthetically, both beautiful guns. Internals comparable, porting comparable, but better grip, better trigger, right? With the Prodigy. Now, we can't have this conversation because one of the reasons that everybody was excited about the Prodigy was the price point compared to a Staccato. So yes, is this gun now better than a Staccato out of the box? Absolutely. But you know what? It costs more at this point than a Staccato out of the box. You're talking about the C2, the P. These are like 2,500-ish guns, right? This gun, you'd have to, if it was $1,500, then you'd have to put like another $1,500 to get it to be like this. So it's now $500 more expensive than a Staccato out of the box. But what I would say is, for $500 more, it's significantly better. The grip module is significantly better. The trigger is significantly better, and it's ported. All that for $500 more than a Staccato, I think it makes a lot of sense. Now, if you just ported the Staccato out of the box, you're probably around the same price. Take the Cerakote stipple and all of that. This gun is more expensive than this gun, but this gun is better. It's better. Add the porting and the Cerakote and all that to my C2. This gun is more expensive than this gun, but this gun is better. And so I think I've accomplished the goal, and I think that I've done it at a price point that makes a lot of sense. Now, for people who are buying the Springfield because they couldn't afford the additional $700 to $1,000 for a Staccato, then adding, these kind of upgrades to your gun, unless you're the type of person who can do the work for the work yourself, probably doesn't make sense. But if you wanted to have a really, really high quality 2011 with great internals, great aesthetics, great trigger, great grip, all that, and you can only afford to pay between $3,000 and $3,500 or something like that, yeah, I would definitely consider taking the Prodigy and elevating it to this. Now, for another $500 to $1,000, now you start to get its Staccato XC, Phoenix Trinity H-Tac, Combat Precision M5, and those types of guns. Now, what will be a great comparison, and I will do it, is this gun versus my Legion Precision Chirac, which is about $3,500 or so, kind of in this range. This is probably a little cheaper, but in this range. How does that compare to this bad boy? We'll definitely get into that. I'm going to start doing a lot of these 2011 comparison videos because I have so many, and I think a lot of people reach out to me with questions about what should they buy. I don't really get into what you should buy and what you shouldn't buy, but what I do try to do is give you information that can help you make your choice. All right? That's it for this episode, fam. Until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.